Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to KPW War Zone. It is I, Tapey Styles, calling the action right down the middle, flying solo as always. And this week, in an explosive build-up to Destiny, just 12 nights away, we are bringing to you one of the most explosive cards that we have seen in recent memory, as two of our singles bouts to come will build up to the Twitch Championship defense coming up for Pierre Cinema in 12 nights. The first of two we will be seeing later on tonight, as the Sauce hopes to overcome the Holy Pimp, Slug Daddy. Also in action, we will be seeing Popcorn Poppy go one-on-one against the muscle, the brawn of the Boise Boys, Hollywood Hannon. If either of these two men, if either the Sauce or Popcorn Poppy win, they will advance to Destiny to get a Twitch Championship opportunity. Also still to come in our main event, as the War Machine takes on the Role Model. KPW Tag Team Championship up for grabs at Destiny. Both men representing opposing teams, as Slarty of the First Nation takes on one half of the KPW Tag Team Champions, Tape. And speaking of Destiny, we will also be finding out more information after the shocking, controversial 20-minute time limit draw last week. After K-Dog and Popo went the distance, all 20 minutes of bell-to-bell action. Who will be advancing to Destiny to take on the World Heavyweight Champion, the Viceroy Jedi? But coming up next, we'll be seeing the KPW Hardcore Champion, Ricky Rhombus, in tag team action, as him and an unnamed partner will take on the Coney Island Express. But before we get into the action, I understand that we have a prepared video sent to us from the back here. Let's get a quick look at all of this.
Ricky. You think you can call yourself the hardcore champion because you pinned the third wheel in our little scuffled back at Ignition? Let me show you exactly what a champion looks like. I want you to get real accustomed to seeing this image. I heard you got a title defense coming up at Destiny on the 22nd. It's a shame the director beat Solo about an inch short of the referee reversing the match decision last week. Hardcore Championship is supposed to be open challenge, right? He spoke with the board to get his shot, but the difference between him and me is real plain and simple. I'm standing here in the center, and he's not. What's even simpler to understand is that you, Ricky Rhombus, you are a paper champion. Next week, I throw my hat into the ring. You want the real deal? The real hardcore championship? You think you're worthy enough to be a fighting champion? Beat me next week and this belt around my waist becomes yours. You want me to demonstrate what I can do in that ring? I promise you, you won't even have to tag in tonight. Just stand on that apron, and watch as I take out Coney Island by my damn self.
What a hell of a proposition there from the previous KPW Hardcore Champion, Corey Sinclair, already making one hell of a pitch there to Ricky Rhombus. Parading around his own custom-made, custom-fitted KPW Hardcore Championship. Corey Sinclair has set his eyes on the championship gold once more. Putting the hardcore champion Ricky Rhombus on notice, telling him that he doesn't even have to worry about tagging into tonight's opening bout, because he's gonna take care of Coney Island Express all by himself. Bold words from Corey Sinclair, the king of Raptor style. The king of Stego style, as some would like to describe him. Virtually turning this bout into a 1v2 handicap match. I'm sure Ricky Rhombus has zero qualms, no problems whatsoever with taking the night off, just being able to stand there on the apron and just look pretty. But it looks like it's time for Corey Sinclair to put his money where his mouth is, as he is flanked by Hugo Johnson, Frank Glizzo, the Coney Island Express. Hugo Johnson starting things off for Coney Island, catching a super kick attempt from Corey Sinclair, who is backing up his statements from just before. He is more than willing to take the fight to both of these men just to prove a point to the hardcore champion. Ricky Rhombus looking on at Corey Sinclair. Super kick to Frank Glizzo, falling off the apron and down to the floor. Headbutt counter from Corey Sinclair. He's all fired up here tonight. The previous hardcore champion, the king of Stego style, is completely unleashed here as he just puts down Hugo Johnson. Not just a meteor strike, but now he's going for the goddamn oil spill. And this match is just getting started. For Corey Sinclair, this is more than just winning or losing. This is all about making a statement here tonight. Tag made to Frank Glizzo. Hugo Johnson creating distance from Corey Sinclair, trying to alleviate any kind of pain, any kind of attribution that Corey inflicted onto this man. Double underhook, power bomb, sit out, pinfall attempt, 2 count. Super kick sending Frank Glizzo through the ropes. Float over counter on behalf of the Coney Island Express. It saved him temporarily as he was able to fall victim to another meteor strike, that patented scissors kick from Corey Sinclair. And look at this, Corey looking into the eyes of Ricky Rhombus, staring daggers into him as he plants Frank Glizzo with another oil spill. We have never seen Corey Sinclair go out into that squared circle and just perform so ruthlessly, so recklessly even. He's not even giving Ricky Rhombus the time of day here. Ricky Rhombus is just begging Corey to tag out here. Another oil spill, cover. Hugo breaking things up, trying to keep this match alive for the Coney Island Express. German suplex counter, handspring back elbow from Corey Sinclair. Another meteor strike to the back of the neck of Frank Glizzo. This is just absolutely ruthless here. This is vindictive. This is cold-blooded. We know how much that hardcore championship meant to Corey Sinclair. It was supposed to be his moment to redeem himself in the eyes of the Kumite faithful, in the eyes of many critics and fans alike. We heard earlier in his message that he sent to the back here, accusing Ricky Rhombus of being a paper champion, and the same kind of criticism that a man like Corey Sinclair faced in both instances when he was a champion here in KPW, not just as the Twitch champion, but just a month beforehand when he was the hardcore champion. But now is the time for him to rectify things. And Corey Sinclair has single-handedly put away the Coney Island Express. We thought the squash all the way back in New Orleans this past weekend was rough, but Corey Sinclair is cleaning house here tonight, and now he's dishing out some damage to the hardcore champion. His message isn't over, ladies and gentlemen. He went in with some bold confidence here tonight. He knew exactly the kind of message he was trying to send to the champion. And this adrenaline that is just coursing through the veins of Corey Sinclair, it is pulling him through this here. Ricky Rhombus, however, a fresh man, a man that didn't even get involved in the bout here, really allowing Corey Sinclair to put his money where his mouth is. Being able to walk that walk after talking the talk here. Corey Sinclair essentially winning a 2-on-1 handicap match. And he still has enough ass kicking for one more. A meteor strike to the hardcore champion. Oil spill, planting Ricky Rhombus into the mat just like the Coney Island Express before him. Corey's retrieving a 2x4, some lumber from the Kumite faithful here. He is here to cement his legacy, his standing here in KPW history. He wants to be the face of the hardcore division as he splits open Ricky Rhombus with that patented rolling wheel kick. A move that we've seen take out many men in their squabbles and their quarrels with Corey Sinclair over the past year. Split many people right down the middle like a coconut. Cracking them wide open, knocking them out even. Corey Sinclair is as focused and as determined as we have ever seen him before. It is under my understanding that next week, I'm receiving word from the KPW Board of Directors. Ricky Rhombus will be putting his KPW Hardcore Championship on the line next Monday night against the King of Sega Style, Corey Sinclair. What a monumental performance, a monumental victory for Corey Sinclair here tonight. And a man that is hoping to keep the momentum up here. Coming up next to qualify for the KPW Twitch Championship Bout of Destiny, we'll be seeing the Sauce take on Slug Daddy in singles competition. despite the fact that Slug Daddy and Hollywood Hannon are not Twitch Championship eligible challengers, they have the opportunity here tonight to derail the Sauce, the Rhinestone Cowboy, of quite a controversial figure here in KPW as of recent, as well as Popcorn Poppy, to cut off their chase to the gold while advancing their own. Sauce, in particular, not in a very good mood after the events of last week on Warzone, when Popcorn Poppy cleaned that clock of the Sauce and stole that patented Stetson hat that the Sauce likes to parade around, running through the crowds of the Kumite Center last week, parading it in garbage, going up through the stands. The Sauce harnessing all those bitter feelings that he has about Popcorn Poppy, getting ready to take it out on the Holy Pimp Slug Daddy here tonight in singles competition here on Warzone. The Rhinestone Cowboy, the Sauce, his conquest to reshape the Twitch division in his image. It all started with the man that eventually became our current KPW Twitch champion, Pierre Cinema, but he got a bit derailed in that meantime. He got embroiled into such a personal feud here with Popcorn Poppy in the past several weeks. And a victory here tonight against Slug Daddy will allow this man to get back on track. Wrist lock, heel kick to the face of the Sauce. Diving clothesline, shifting that body weight right into Slug Daddy as much as he possibly can, just to get him through those middle ropes. It's not very often when you see the Sauce at a weight disadvantage, at a height disadvantage. Slug Daddy just an inch taller, but the real money maker in this situation might just be the weight difference. Slug Daddy weighing in tonight at 330 pounds, a clear 70-pound difference between him and the Sauce. The Sauce is all fired up. The 2024 Lethal Lottery winner, a man that announced his bid to enter the Lethal Lottery match in 2025. We have found out that it will be held at Spring Stampede at the end of March. Just 2 monthly specials away. And in the meantime, we will be hosting Lethal Lottery sprint matches where two members of the KPW roster will lock horns in the ring, with the winner advancing their position in the Lethal Lottery match. Perform good in a match like that, and you will be closer towards the end of the Lethal Lottery match, where you will have a distinct advantage of winning such a prestigious match as the Lethal Lottery match. Suplex from Slug Daddy. Both of these men competing in the 2024 Lethal Lottery match, the Sauce being the winner of that bout, of course, where he went on to Summer Spark that year to collect a KPW World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. '25 Lethal Lottery stipulations state that the winner has the opportunity to cash in their chips at any point in the calendar year in between now and New Year's Eve. At any point in between March 29th and December 31st of 2025. They could cash in and collect the biggest jackpot in the industry, the KPW World Heavyweight Championship. Hook kick from Slug Daddy to the Sauce. Sauce has his sights on many different opponents, many people that if he has the affirmations of being in the way of championship gold here. Sauce running the ropes. We know what he's about to hit Slug Daddy with. Lukenbach elbow. Driven right into the heart of the Holy Pimp. And a close call there for the Holy Pimp Slug Daddy as he was able to kick out at 2.9 after that Lukenbach elbow. Scoop slam by the Sauce. Lateral press cover, trying to make things quick, hasty, trying to secure his spot at Destiny so he could get another chance to settle his differences with the star attraction, our current reigning defending KPW Twitch champion, Pierre Cinema. A match that could very well evolve into a triple threat match should the Sauce and Popcorn Poppy win their respective singles bouts here tonight. A match that could potentially be jeopardized should the Sauce and Popcorn Poppy go on to lose their respective matches here tonight. There are many individuals waiting in the wings to collect their championship opportunity at the expense of a man like Pierre Cinema. Sauce trying to maintain that dominance here. Shoulder breaker to Slug Daddy. Sauce looking for a second Lukenbach elbow. We're gonna put some extra stank on that, some extra oomph to it. Cover. And Slug Daddy kicks out once again. And it's not easy to, it's not a smart idea to discount a man like Slug Daddy. This man is a former KPW hardcore champion in his own right, a man with one hell of a record to boot here in KPW. Sauce has no remorse for anybody besides himself, a man that has been looking forward into doing anything that he can to advance his own career. For many months he was labeling himself a giant killer, but the only thing that it's been exposing the past several months, we've heard from the likes of Popcorn Poppy, from the likes of Pierre Cinema, it's just been exposing how massive this man's ego is. We have never seen anybody just so in love with themselves. Like the Rhinestone Cowboy, the Sauce. Shoulder block sending the Sauce through the ropes here. A hook to the jawline of the Sauce here. Slug Daddy sizing up the Sauce here. Reverse suplex into the corner. This is exactly the kind of roadblock that the Sauce is trying to avoid. The Sauce spent a lot of time getting dragged to the center of the ring, and that hesitation might have cost Slug Daddy dearly. The Sauce was able to kick out at just one there. Still to come later on tonight, the details regarding the championship bout at Destiny, KPW World Heavyweight title on the line. Hook in the leg here. The Sauce picking up a surprise victory here, as he was able to overwhelm the Holy Pimp and advance to the KPW Twitch Championship bout at Destiny. And speaking of that monthly special, just 12 nights away, February 22nd, 9/8 Central. As we now know that the Sauce will be advancing to take on Pierre Cinema once again for the gold. We'll also be learning later on tonight who will be taking on the Viceroy Jedi for the KPW World Heavyweight Championship after that intense 20-minute main event bout that we saw last week on Warzone between the Heartthrob Popo, the Pitbull K-Dog. As the fate of the KPW World Heavyweight Championship main event in 12 nights hangs in the balance, we have at least found some closure here tonight, knowing that a man like the Sauce is going to be able to advance to the KPW Twitch Championship match at that very same event. Congratulations to the Rhinestone Cowboy, the Sauce, for advancing at the expense of Slug Daddy here tonight.
Do you smell what the rock is?
And coming up next, our second bout regarding the KPW Twitch Championships. We know that the Sauce has punched his ticket to Destiny. He is locked in. He is ready to go. But will Popcorn Poppy be able to meet this man for the KPW Twitch Championship in just 12 nights from tonight? First, he's gonna have to go through the brute, the muscle, the brawn of the Boise Boys, the former two-time KPW Tag Team Champions. Another super heavyweight, another big hoss here in KPW. Hollywood Hannon. This is a land of the giants here. And a man like Hollywood Hannon is one of the meanest giants that we have at our disposal here in KPW. The Boise Boys, one of the most feared tag teams across all of Twitch professional wrestling. He hopes to take on and squash, crush the dreams of one of the most fearless men across all of KPW, a crowd favorite. Wearing the hat of the Sauce down to the ring, sending a personal message right from the get-go. It's Popcorn Poppy. Sauce being restrained by security backstage, not being allowed to return to the ringside area to collect that patented Stetson hat that Popcorn Poppy is retrofitted. Big suplex from Hollywood Hannon as Popcorn Poppy. Looks to meet the sauce. Looks to meet Pierre Cinema by Virtue. In just 12 nights, but first he has to overcome this absolute mountain of a man here in Hollywood Hannon. Overhead strike sending Popcorn Poppy through the middle rope here. Float over counter by Popcorn Poppy as he just gets into a hell of a brawl there with Hollywood Hannon. Snap suplex by Popcorn Poppy. Overhand strikes. Kick to the sternum by Popcorn Poppy, ramming Hollywood Hannon's head into the ring post as the referee Slap-Thigh Jones begins to start the count. And ladies and gentlemen, if you were just joining us, what you have missed so far in our thrilling night of action here tonight at War Zone, coming to you live in the sold-out Kumite Center. In our opening bout, Corey Sinclair, while technically being a part of a team with Ricky Rhombus, put up one hell of an effort here, sent one hell of a message to the hardcore champion, the man that he was teaming up with, when he successfully beat both members of the Coney Island Express by himself in tag team action. And just a couple minutes ago, just moments ago, we saw the Sauce defeat Slug Daddy in singles action to advance to Destiny as part of the KPW Twitch Championship chase. Hollywood Hannon trying to keep his distance from Popcorn Poppy, trying to wear out the former KPW Hardcore Champion, a former KPW Twitch Champion. The star attraction, Pierre Cinema, is going to have his work cut out for him. In just shy of 2 weeks at Destiny, should Popcorn Poppy defeat the brute Hollywood Hannon here tonight on Warzone. Irish whip reversal by Popcorn Poppy, drop toe hold, tripping up the big man, making him lose his balance. Another Irish whip reversal from Popcorn Poppy, drop kick sending Hollywood through the ropes. Hollywood capitalizing. Popcorn Poppy looking to go for a baseball slide there. Hollywood Hannon reaching up to the apron. Popcorn Poppy sliding in between the legs of Hollywood, not being able to hit him with that baseball slide. Coming up next, the verdict regarding the KPW World Heavyweight Championship bout will be revealed. We will find out who will advance to Destiny to take on the Viceroy, the World Heavyweight Champion, Jedi, in our next monthly special event. Popcorn Poppy playing a bit risky here tonight, being willing to slug it out, to throw jabs, throw hands with a man like Hollywood Hannon. Drop kick counter to Hollywood Hannon as he was sizing up that Hollywood Lariat. Two shots to the head. One up top and one down below. Popcorn Poppy going to the second rope here, looking for a diving elbow. Nobody home, however. As Hollywood hoping to slow the pace down to his liking, take his time to just systematically break apart Popcorn Poppy. This man was on the shelf for over 4 long months, returning prematurely back in September before being taken out once again at Euphoria. Popcorn Poppy making his return at the end of 2024 once and for all to make up for all the lost time, to make up for all the months that he had to spend in rehabilitation for that neck fracture, courtesy of the War Machine, Slarty, a man that we'll be seeing in our main event here tonight. A man that represents the First Nation, him and Shuko, the #1 contenders to the KPW Tag Team Championships. Slarty will be engaging the role model, tape the one half of the KPW Tag Team Champions in singles action in our main event. Single leg Boston Crab on the floor from Hollywood Hannon. Hollywood Hannon fixing that posture on Popcorn Poppy however he sees fit. And he's got nothing but cruel intentions for this man. Elbow tie up, breaking the eyes of Popcorn Poppy. As Hollywood Hannon takes the time to put on a gun show here for the Kumite faithful in the front rows. Back suplex by Hollywood Hannon. Single leg Boston Crab to Popcorn Poppy. Popcorn reaching the ropes once again. Headlock takeover by Popcorn Poppy. Excuse me, from Hollywood Hannon to Popcorn Poppy, taking it back to the fundamentals here. Hollywood looking to lock Popcorn Poppy in place with those rapid fire chops, but he was able to roll through and go for a schoolboy pinfall attempt. Flapjack from Hollywood Hannon of the Boise Boys. Kumite Center bowling 50-50 here. Hollywood Hannon, a man that has earned respect here over the past several months. And KPW going up against a man like Popcorn Poppy, a man that has just built up so much resistance, so much sympathy from the Kumite faithful. Big lumbering strike from Hollywood Hannon, that padded lariat. We've seen him knock a multitude of individuals out with that move. And he's not done with one. He might be going for a second one here. A second Hollywood lariat sending Popcorn Poppy through the ropes. That might have just been his saving grace here. It's giving Popcorn Poppy the time to recuperate. Popcorn trying to work down those big tree trunk sized legs of Hollywood Hannon. Might be to no avail. The damage might already be done. And Hollywood Hannon secures a big victory here tonight. You knew that Popcorn Poppy wanted to get his hands on the sauce even more than what we saw last week. He wanted to stay one step ahead. And while the sauce was able to overcome the Holy Pimp Slug Daddy just earlier on tonight to advance to the KPW Twitch Championship match of Destiny, we can unfortunately not say the same thing for Popcorn Poppy. Trashing that padded Stetson hat of the Rhinestone Cowboy, littering it with the garbage of the fans, retrofitting it to his liking. You now know that The Twitch Championship will be up for grabs in singles action at Destiny. Pierre Cinema versus the Sauce once again. For one of the most prestigious championships across all of KPW, the Twitch Championship. As we get another look, the form of this lateral press, applying extra pressure to the neck of Popcorn Poppy. A beast-like performance from Hollywood Hannon after delivering 3 Hollywood lariats to Popcorn Poppy. Congratulations to one half of the Boise Boys, the Boise Brute, Hollywood Hannon, on a crushing, heartbreaking victory here tonight. But coming up next, the verdict. A moment that we've been waiting for the past week. Kumite faithful in full anticipation ever since that main event between the Pitbull, K-Dog, the Heartthrob, Popo. As they went to that 20-minute time limit draw. You see K-Dog marching down to the ring here, ready to take center stage. So we hope to find out who will challenge the Viceroy for the KPW World Heavyweight Championship.
All right, let's cut to the chase, y'all. I'm not here to waste any more time. I've waited a whole week just to get the chance to stand in this ring and speak on this. Popo and I went the distance. For 20 minutes I kicked his ass up and down the damn center. He didn't beat me, so I'm calling you out here, Jedi. Let's talk about the terms of our match on the 22nd at Destiny.
K-Dog wasting no time. He feels like that championship match is his for the taking here. He wanted the Viceroy, and he's getting Popo in response here. You can feel the tension in the air. You can just cut it. You just cut the electricity like a knife.
Popo. What the hell are you doing out here? You didn't beat me. Your journey to the gold is over.
I think we have a bit of a misunderstanding here, K-Dog. My journey is just beginning, my friend. Last week was all about if you could pull it off, and yet I still live rent-free in your head. Ever since I beat you over a month ago, you haven't even been the hero of your own damn story. The whole world wanted to see if you could finally get even against me in that ring. Bell or no bell, I managed to achieve in 10 minutes what you couldn't do in 20. I know the dog pound wants to see you get another chance to beat me in this ring. Some people even think you deserved another 5 minutes to prove yourself last week. I don't have a problem with you, kid. You got a lot to learn about this business. But my destiny is etched in stone because I knew how to maximize my minutes. If I have to go through you again, I won't hesitate. Can anybody here say the same for you?
What a hell of a statement there from Popo. We've seen multiple instances in that match just last week where K-Dog had the opportunity to put away Popo in that 20-minute bout, and he just continued the onslaught. And now the world heavyweight champion, the Viceroy Jedi, intervening in all this.
Oh, I would beg to differ there, Popo. No hesitation. None whatsoever. he beat you dead to rights for 20 minutes. Please, by all means, kill each other week in and week out. Because all the while you two are ripping each other's throats out, I can stand here and starve your asses out of contention. Popo, you got your chance before, and even when you super kicked me not once, not twice, but thrice, you still hesitated because you know deep down that you aren't on my level. And then there's K-Dog. What's the matter, kid? Can't put down an old man in 20 minutes? You're even less deserving of this shot than he is. I run this all. And the both of you should think about running. To the back of the line, bitch.
Jedi just not mincing words
Ease up
whatsoever.
there, gentlemen. I have some important breaking news regarding each of you in the ring. Let's start with the two people I actually do like. K-Dog, Popo. You had 20 minutes to defeat Popo to ensure your singles opportunity at Destiny. And to put it simply, Popo didn't lose. Popo survived last week. And regarding his disqualification victory at Ignition, the KPW Board of Directors have heard your appeal, Popo. You survived last week, and your appeal has survived too. At Destiny, for the KPW World Heavyweight Championship, it will be Jedi defending his championship against K-Dog, and the Heartthrob Popo in a triple threat match. But before that, you two will have to join forces next week in our main event of War Zone against Slarty, Shuko, the First Nation. Feels like deja vu, doesn't it, Jedi? The way this all started months ago at Madhouse, finally resolving the way it should be. The board is concluding its investigations into the attacks at Madhouse back in October, and you have a date with Destiny in 2 weeks on War Zone. One final chance to prove your innocence. Champion or not, your verdict will be swift and effective. And if you think about skipping out on this, kiss that job of yours goodbye.
Roger, you son of a bitch. How many times do I have to prove my innocence to old senile idiots like yourself? I'll be looking forward to what you have to say in 2 weeks when I tell my story one final time.
I don't think anybody's happy with this kind of result here.
From the sounds of things, it doesn't seem like you're gonna be world champion much longer around here anyway, Jedi. Whether you get fired, or I kick your head clean off your shoulders into the third row at Destiny, your time is up.
I'll play ball next week with you against the First Nation, Popo. You lay a finger on me and there won't be a bell to save you this time.
Hey dog, I don't have to lay a finger on you to get what I want around here. You can't beat me, you still haven't beat me. When I stuff my foot in other people's faces, their shoulders tend to get stuck to the mat. He learned that lesson whether he wants to admit it or not at Ignition, and someday you'll finally come to terms with that too. I am the heart and soul of this company, and let this be a spoiler for the 22nd. These fine folks here have known this for months upon months, that when you try to back me into a corner, KPW only stands for one thing and one thing only. King Popo wins. See you next week, pal.
What a mic drop moment right there from Popo. I don't think anybody's happy about what they have waiting ahead of them. Popo being forced to team up with K-Dog as they take on the #1 contenders to the KPW Tag Team Championships. The First Nation ahead of their triple threat bout for the World Heavyweight Championship at Destiny against the Viceroy Jedi, a man that certainly has a lot on his plate now too. As the board of directors have concluded their investigations of the attacks that we've seen in the past several months since Madhouse. Jedi with one final opportunity to clear his name on Warzone and just 2 weeks away from tonight. As Slarty takes on Tape in our main event bout here tonight. One half of the KPW Tag Team Champions, the role model Tape. Carrying the weight for him in the Misfit, the 300-pound Misfit Bob. One thing that's actually brought these two close together, something that we never thought was going to be possible just several months ago when Bob made his initial arrival here in KPW. If you want to talk about coordination and chemistry, look no further than the First Nation. The War Machine Slarty marching down to ringside. A sneak preview of what's to come here at Destiny on February 22nd, 9/8 Central, right here on the Team Adhesive Broadcasting Network. Slarty versus Tape. Big fight feel, big rematch from the 2024 Golden Gauntlet. Tape hoping to get some modicum of revenge after what we saw that night back in the Golden Gauntlet. Slarty setting the singles bout record at the expense of Tape, defeating him in 28 seconds. As Tape goes for not just revenge, but personal redemption. Here in the main event tonight at Warzone in the packed, stacked, and sold out Kumite Center. Snap belly to back suplex from Slarty. A man like Tape's gonna have his work cut out for him. Gonna have to pull out all the stops that he can to neutralize a man as big and as strong as the War Machine Slarty. Man has plenty of gas in the tank. One of the strongest individuals across all of KPW. Tape singling out Shuko on the outside, trying to get inside the head of the War Machine Slarty, trying to throw him off focus. Take him off his game plan here. You know that Tape and Bob, they have no qualms with playing dirty. Students of the game, they know exactly how to take full advantage of a situation when the time calls for it. Anything to get one step ahead of the competition, anything to stay on top. Slarty and Shuko, two individuals that fight with the highest of honor, two individuals that fight with utmost fighting spirit, the embodiment of what KPW stands for and what that locker room fights for. Big uppercut from Slarty. Slarty looking to capitalize once again, going for another Lion Tamer, but Tape was able to kick him away. Big running clothesline from Slarty, however. Irish whip into the corner. Goes Slarty. Snap jab from Tape. Tape stretching out those legs, trying to get the feeling back into them after those Lion Tamer attempts. Doing anything he can to relieve the tension, but he's got to make those opportunities count as quick as he can. But because Slarty is going to be quick on that attack, he's going to be right on top of the action, and he's going to capitalize at any possible weak point that Tape accidentally exposes to him. And will clutch, locked in by Slarty. Tape immediately reaching for the rope. Roundhouse kick sending Slarty down to the outside. First Nation, a team that is built up some measure of respect from the Kumite faithful over the past several months. They've been bold, they've been resistant. But one thing that just cannot be denied about Slarty or Shuko is that they are absolutely gifted inside the squared circle. They are packed to the brim with talent. Lion Tamer locked in, 18 count. Both of these men are gonna need to rush back into the ring here. And Tape just barely beats the count. Running knee lift from Tape to Slarty. Rapid fire knee strikes into the sternum of Slarty. Hooking the leg, quick pinfall attempt here, and Slarty gets the shoulder up. Abe looking to capitalize here, looking to size up Slarty, soften him up enough to go for that patented gonzo bomb that he calls the prescription bottle. So you're gonna need to see the finest doctor in town once you get dropped, courtesy of a man like Tape. One of the most devastating specials across all of Twitch professional wrestling. But don't count out anything that Slarty can dish out either. This man is more than capable of taking your head clean off with one fell swoop. One strike across the collarbone, across the neckline. That silencer. Once Slarty has you in his clutches, it is game over. And a man like Tape fully understands that. Tape going for an acai moonsault. Slarty staying quick on his feet, wisely avoiding the maneuver. Bringing his tag team partner, the other half of the KPW Tag Team Champions, Bob, along as an equalizer, a neutralizer for any kind of advantage that Slarty is looking for. And look at Tape just hiding behind his tag team partner, Bob, using him as a human shield here, just to buy himself enough time to recuperate from any kind of attack that Slarty could dish out onto him. Tape taking full advantage of the situation, ramming Slarty's head into that ring post. Moonsault down to the floor. High risk, high reward move from Tape, picking out his spots however he can. Quick jab from Tape to Slarty. Both of these men consistently fighting on the outside, consistently at risk of losing this bout by count out. Springboard missile drop kick from Tape to Slarty. Slarty getting sent all the way across the ring from such impact. Tape softening up Slarty with a sleeper hold there. Slarty going full dead weight on him. just to alleviate any kind of pressure here. Octopus stretch locked in by Tape. But to no avail. We know deep down that a man like the War Machine, Slarty, has no quit in his heart and soul. This is a man that will go the distance for as long as it takes, as long as he has to, until his goal is completed. Or until Tape can put this man down to the point where his body has just given up on him completely. What the hell is Tape going for here? A poison runner from the top. The adrenaline shot, we haven't seen that in God knows how long, and Slarty still kicks out. Tape digging deep into his repertoire just to put away Slarty. Knowing how resistant, how much endurance, how much gas in the tanks a man like Slarty has. And Tape going back to using Bob as that human shield. Bob cannot be pleased with this kind of strategizing on behalf of his tag team partner whatsoever. Tape trying to retrieve a weapon from the front row here. With Tay center firmly backing Slarty in the First Nation here tonight. Running clothesline from Tape. Hooking the leg, cover. Slarty with a kick out once again. Sweep kick taking Tape off of his feet. Spinning back elbow from Tape. Trying to outwork the big man, trying to stay one step ahead, using any kind of speed and agility to his advantage. Tape hitting Slarty with his own move, the silencer, sending a message to the First Nation, and Slarty kicks out at one. He's all hopped up, he's pissed off, he is fired up, and he is ready to inflict some serious pain to Tape. He is going to make this man pay dearly for disrespecting him like that. Tape, a master strategist, trying to do whatever he can to rile up the big man. Every move that he makes in that ring takes Slarty off the strategy that him and Shuko have laid out ahead of this match, ahead of Destiny. Operating off of pure impulse, pure instinct, unbridled rage. This is something that could cost the First Nation dearly, not just here tonight, but at Destiny against Bob and Tape for the tag team championships, and Tape is looking to exploit that however he can. Trading of blows between Slarty and Tape. Slarty backed into the corner. Slarty assuming that Tape was right behind him, hoping to keep the pressure up, but Tape brings Slarty back down to size with another swinging DDT. Center of the ring, moonsault, but Slarty's got the knees up. Belly to belly suplex from Slarty. Hoping to bring down Tape with sheer force. Choke slam to Tape. And it looks like we got ourselves one hell of a fight here in our main event here tonight. We knew that a 28-second victory, a quick defeat was quite unlikely in our main event here tonight between Tape and Slarty. Tape with a motivation to redeem himself in the past several months since that Golden Gauntlet humiliation, that loss. As he locks eyes with Sigma Shuko across the ring, the mastermind of the First Nation, the brains of the group. Tape clearing house in the ring here tonight. Tape pumping the brakes, trying to stay one step ahead of Slarty. Looks like Slarty's got himself a steel chair. Making Tape pay dearly for his hubris here tonight. Cracking that chair over the head of Tape. You know that weapons are allowed here in KPW. The only way that you can be disqualified is by interference or count out. Both Shuko and Bob remaining vigilant, staying on the outside, staying out of harm's way however they can. Knowing that if they lay hands on either of these two combatants inside the ring, it will cost their tag team partner the match. Big boot from Slarty. Quick hook from Slarty there. Tape retaliating with a big clothesline. Ramming Slarty's head into the turnbuckle there. Backdrop driver, sending Slarty halfway across the ring here. Big clothesline to the corner, cover by Slarty. And ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to take the time to bring you the card for next week's edition of Warzone, as confirmed just now by the KPW Board of Directors. For the KPW Hardcore Championship, we will be seeing Ricky Ramos defend against the King of Stego Style, Corey Sinclair. We'll be seeing Popcorn Poppy in action once again next week against the Director, Steven Gielberg. We'll be seeing the Scrapyard Saint Solo go one-on-one against Kabuki. And of course, in our main event next week, ahead of Destiny, which will be 5 nights away at that point, K-Dog, Popo, the #1 contenders to the World Heavyweight Championship. Half Nelson suplex by Tape. Rope break. Followed by slap by Jones there. K-Dog and Popo will be teaming up against the KPW Tag Team Champions now. The team of Bob and Tape. As I'm receiving word here, we're getting some false information there. The confusion from the offices is actually K-Dog and Popo taking on the First Nation once again. Bob and Tape, of course, will be watching on next week in our sold-out Kumite Center. Tape sizing up Slarty, locking eyes with Shuko once again, looking to drill him with the prescription bottle. That might be it for Slarty. And that is ball game for the First Nation here tonight. As Tape emerges victorious, representing the KPW Tag Team Champions, proud here tonight, staying one step ahead of the First Nation, getting into the heads of Slarty and Shuko. Letting them know that they're gonna have to outwit, outthink, outsmart, and overpower the champions if they want to have a chance of success here at Destiny just 12 nights away. Also to come in 2 weeks from tonight, the verdict. We'll be finding out if Jedi has the final opportunity to clear his name world champion or not after Destiny. We'll be finding out who will be the man responsible for wreaking so much havoc across KPW the past 4 months. A string of monumental nights to come, starting with next week's War Zone, continuing with Destiny, and then War Zone 2 weeks away. And that energy starts here tonight with that massive victory. This insane bell-to-bell action between Tape, who is able to secure his redemption here tonight against Slarty. And that is all the time we have for KPW War Zone here tonight. I have been Tapey Styles, the only man that can call the action right down the middle, flying solo as always. Wishing you to stay safe, drive home carefully, drive responsibly, and good night, everybody.